them.
Food security is a national concern. While enjoying lower food insecurity rates, that is 17.2% lower than many Caribbean nations, the government of the Bahamas has placed food security as a high priority national issue. The Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting is collaborating with the Ministry of National Security, and they're training residents with community and backyard farming skills. During the last week of March, the co-founder of Extra Large Farms and an African Royal paid a courtesy call on the permanent secretary.
You know, and then they have so made agriculture look like the business for the never-do-wells. It's a poverty-stricken business. That's why everywhere I want to be addressed as farmer. I want people to begin to see that farmers can also be accomplished. Farmers can also be beautiful. Farmers can also be rich, you know. So it starts from that reorientation for our people here. Let everybody begin to see farming as a thing of pride. Why are you growing flowers all around your house when you can actually grow some pawpaws, some cucumbers, some bananas, some plantain, you know? And then it also helps our health to be better because we are eating according to God's operating system.
And our food is our medicine.
Our food is our medicine. You go back to the Word of God, that it's there. Garden of Eden, let's search the book of Genesis very well. Maybe there was a mention of first aid box or was a pharmacy somewhere. I'm not saying they are not good, but it means that everything that pertains to our wellness and our wealth was already buried in the soil. And he gave us dominion over all those things. So let's not waste it. So that's why we are here in the Bahamas. Let's reorientate our people. Let's funkify farming. Let people in high places begin to talk about it, so that even those who are not doing it will feel bad for not doing it. When you see your minister is a farmer, our permanent secretary is a farmer, Dr. Debbie is a farmer, the high pastors are farmers, you know, people that people are looking up to are farmers, then even the young ones will want to be. And then everybody starts, every home a garden, every church a farm, every school a farm, every community, every estate a farm. Before you know it, the interest of everybody comes alive, and then we can retain our prosperity in our country and stop dashing out our money to the outside world. Thank you very much.
Wonderful, wonderful. You have a plan for how to empower. Tell them a little bit about how you're working with social services and gender and social services in Nigeria.
Yes, so in Extra Large Farms, as an organization, we have about 1 million subscribers. By the way, Nigeria is a population of 250 million people plus, still counting. And in my state and the neighboring states, so from my state, Ogun State, with borders Lagos, just about 15 minutes, you know. The population of those two states alone, we have, this one is 28 million, the other is 24 million. So that's about 53 million for the two states alone, you know. So if we're talking about 1 million people, it's like we are just still scratching the surface, yeah. And we have representation in about 14 countries of the world as well. So in our organization, we have about 1 million subscribers who wake up and eat our food every blessed day. Also, we have about 224,000 people registered on our network and still counting. People are registering every blessed day. People are getting to that waking of the fact that your food can be your medicine, and health is wealth. And we're also teaching people, especially the women and the young ones, we're teaching them how they can make good money from agriculture. You know, like I give the example of a seed of cucumber. It comes out as 60 to 100. You know, let's do the math. You know, you eat one piece of apple, you finish the whole apple. You'll have only the seed, you put it into the soil. It comes back and brings you 100, 200, 300 apples, and for at least 30 to 35 years. agriculture is life. Agriculture is wealth. We just need to open our eyes into it. Then another thing we want to also open the eyes of our people into here is value addition, because it was one of the things that we suffered when we started business. My husband and I also returned to Nigeria after some time, and then we started our Greek business, and we discovered that farming to meet the market demand will keep you poor as a farmer. But when you farm and you add value and you're able to work with the community, which is so the template we have working is what we intend to bring down here as well. So we have a community of people who appreciate agriculture as a profession, as a business. Thank you very much, ma'am. And then you also have, in that same community, a network of people, a family of people who have value for healthy living. Who don't want to die young? Let me just say it in raw terms. Who want to live healthy and do not want to die young, So we bring the family together. There is a set who are the growers, there's a set who are the distributors, there's a set who are the consumers. But everybody is in this family. I made an example yesterday. Our Honorable Permanent Secretary wants to have mashed potatoes with some chicken and veggies for lunch or dinner. And we have Dr. Debbie, who grows potatoes. We have who is a chicken farmer. We have who is into vegetables, your broccoli, your carrots, all those things grow in 6 to 8 weeks. Your chicken in 6 to 8 weeks also is ready. Your tomatoes also grow in 70 to 120 days. What are we talking about? And we all went to farm to meet our need. Look at how much money you have allowed this person to make just by meeting your own need. She makes. Are we getting what I'm saying? And that's just you. How many people are at your back? So that's how the wealth is retained. So if we're talking about raising millionaires, it's something we have done. And the thing is, because of our experience over the years in growing very large communities, I don't have any business about getting 1 million people today, because I don't need to look for 1 million people. I only need to start with 100 passionate people, tell them about the dream, let them go ahead and also search the 100 each. We have 1,000. Let the 1,000 go and search 100 each. We have 100,000. Let them go and speak with 100 each. 1 million is complete. It's something that we can achieve in 90 days. We have done it many times. But we cannot just be gathering people for nothing. There has to be an exchange of value. And it is value, the transference of value, that brings about wealth. You don't look for money's sake. You have to offer something for you to get something in return. And what we're offering, as we are trying to make people millionaires from the agri space now, is the provision of healthy, natural food, which will now make them rich. So that is the type of thing that we are now training people, where we can raise them as the core agri people who work on the farms. We can train the others as the processors. We can train the other ones as the wellness advisors. We can train the others as distributors. Everybody's serving the consumers. And the money, as it exchange hands, depending on the level of value that you're offering, everybody makes money.
Your presentation was quite enlightening, and I don't think that portions of it resonates deeply with me for my country, because I can see many common threads. Of course, Africa, we are part of that diaspora, and that we are always keen to unite in a way that will, benefit us, help us to progress even more. I believe in the value of agriculture, more so if, in fact, it is organic. I can share a little secret that I've had the opportunity to serve as Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture on 2 occasions.
Wow.
So some of what you speak, I am familiar with. I endorse organic farming. I believe and I really do know that the way to heal us is through the ground, through what we eat. And as you said, the food has caused it, and much of what we need to do for ourselves resides in the leaves of the trees or whatever is grown of the earth. But it is, as you said, what is placed in the earth for the proper result. And so we have to look more closely at that. Personally, that is my view. But we are now, as a country, of course, still looking at sustainability, food security. Now, how do we do that in intertwining what you are doing with your success in Nigeria and other places, with what is happening in the country? We have Department of Gender and Family Affairs under this portfolio, and so we know that you have done some projects other places with women in particular. Whether the women of the Bahamas would like to be engaged in such a way, we would have to find out. I do know that we have women farmers now in rural areas, some even within the capital, who are very much engaged in farming. And not even in recent times, they've been long-standing farmers and quite successful at it. And so I believe that there is a way for you to tap that. Additionally, we think about the reformatory, I don't want to say institutions, for young women and as well as men. Simpson Penn, Willamette Pratt, who on different occasions we've tried to maintain a farming component. More recently, we've seen it become more sustainable. With the Garden of Resilience that was launched at Simpson Penn. We are going to continue again with the girls to see how we can do that. But I think over the years there's probably been a missing link in how to keep it and make it interesting and sustainable. It's not just the introduction, it's almost growing a love within them for what they do, to show them what can happen with your hands.
The Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting is partnering with the Bahamas Christian Council to help build stronger Bahamian families.
I believe that our ultimate experience in living begins with God and family.
Our purpose is to facilitate, guide, inspire, and equip you to have a better life.
And a strong family foundation begins with each of us trying to become better individuals.
Let's unite for a stronger Bahamas.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, the heartbeat of the nation, leading Bahamians from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment.
I'm sure you're enjoying this journey with us. We are going to future leaders, future farmers. I love how mindsets are being transformed. You know, historically, somehow, we got off course to believe that farming was dirty work. But I'm going to tell you something, it's sexy again.
Thank you so much.
Would you say sexy?
Yes, sexy.
You know, does she look...
Funky agriculture.
We're going to funkify.
Oh, yeah.
We are, indeed.
We
Yeah.
tush it.
And as we say in Nigeria, it's we tush it up.
We do
Or we say clock it. Clock it.
They're going to clock it. How are we going to clock it?
Yes.
Then listen to me. You're a farmer. You don't look like a farmer. Maybe this looks like a farmer.
I'm the swagalicious farmer of Nigeria, of Africa.
What does that mean?
Swagalicious,
when you
you
have
funkify
style,
it.
you have swag,
You
you
make
have
you
steez.
fun.
Style, swag, and steez.
So what are you going to do for us in the Bahamas?
Oh, so we're bringing hope for frustrated farmers. Yes, because I've been there. I know what it is. You know how when you just farm and there's no market for your produce, no right reward for your labor as a farmer. So we're bringing hope to the farmers. We're bringing health to the people because now you have access to quality food products, healthy, natural, free of chemicals. And then we're bringing wealth, you know, that is embedded in agriculture as it's tapping straight from the soil. So it's hope, it's wealth, and health.
Well, I'll sign up for that. What about you? What is it going to take to change the mindset to believe that it is only dirty work?
Yeah, to be honest, you know, agriculture, you've got to be dirty when you have to be dirty, but only dirty hands produces clean money.
Isn't that something?
Only dirty hands produces clean. Let's go on. Let me go see how I can get my hands dirty. I don't mind. In the soil. But you know, it's something because diligent hands will rule.
Amen.
Laziness ends in slave labor. But you know, I'll tell you what else is so exciting about this. I wanted you all to meet Miss Nabi because we're going to see her farm. That's what we have, land. We are land rich, but sometimes we have placed barricades of limitation on us. No, yes, we can. But Miss Nabi believed, her husband believed, and we're gonna see her farm. Come, you didn't meet them. She watched you all on television. What did you think about them on television?
It's just perfect timing, given what's going on, and health-wise, and on the whole, countries just need to be able to feed and sustain themselves, you know. So I think it was just timely and God sent.
Thank you so much. I've got to give you a big hug for that.
No, for real.
And to that vision.
Long overdue. Very refreshing. Remember not to helm at that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I always say, you know, when I was in South Africa many years ago and I was speaking to President Thabo Mbeki, and I said, why do you have so many women in your cabinet? He said, Princess, if you want a job done and done well, put a woman in charge.
But I'm going to tell you, we have some men that is around us, and I want them to just say hello. You know, what I realize so much, Mr. DeVoe, what are you hiding for? Where's Mr. Lewis? I want us to know that God introduced himself as a team. And I love how Dr. Moji and Her Royal Highness focusing on women. As a matter of fact, we're going to see that they're looking to raise up 1 million female millionaire farmers. But we got some good men and we can't do it without them.
Absolutely.
And in whatever position you're in, when you're doing it with excellence, first class has arrived, you attract opportunity. With farming, you could be a security guard. Mr. DeVoe, I'm still calling for you. Where are you? We want you to, see, this is it's everything. Every position is important. Yes. Because if we put our hands and give our best, but someone else drops the ball and not make us secure, I love it every day when we walk. It doesn't matter who it is, Mr. DeVoe and Mr. Lewis. I'm so sorry, Mr. Lewis. I don't know where he went. Yeah.
He stepped out.
He stepped out, eh?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, but how you feel with this, the Royal Highness? Come in, Royal Highness. I want his children to be able to see that. And Dr. Muji. See, now, she is royal blood. And she is royal, and she's teaching all us how to make plenty money. So she has 16 farms.
Oh, wow.
And you should see them. 3,000 acres and more with estates. And we're gonna roll some of that. So I just want you to know your value. You are right now surrounded by royalty.
Amen.
Thank you.
She's here to help us learn how to make some money.
All right.
How to create some wealth. How'd that make you feel?
Wonderful.
What do you think about farming?
Farming is great for a nation that is, you know, rising and developing. But small nation that is growing is great.
So you're gonna push? What you gonna grow in your yard?
Well, growing the most basic things like what you use on an everyday basis: onion, tomato, cabbage, and the list goes on. You could grow sweet pepper, you can grow thyme, you can grow peas, pigeon peas, and that's what most local backyard today, pigeon peas.
Well, that's it. I can remember that as well. So we're going to keep this thing growing. So like we said, we go into H.O. Nash now, and then we're going to Miss Nabby's farm. Because sometimes what we do when we are identifying opportunity.
Miss Darby, I had some planting of Miss Darby farm one time ago. Some great planting.
Oh, really?
Native planting.
Yeah, I never had you planting, Miss Nabby.
Organic planting.
Yeah, but I'm going to go get some of that. I'm going to come and be able to brag with you.
Okay.
I want you to stay tuned for Miss Nabby's farm.
Thank you.
All right.
You can now stay in tune with all things social services on any one of our social media platforms: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Also, missed any of our Taking Social Services to the People programs? No worries. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Bahamas Heartbeat, to watch all of our programs and special content. Social Services is the heartbeat of the nation, taking our clients from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment.
So we're here at H.O. Nash. I don't know that they're expecting us, but it's always a joy to be able to adjust. You can make adjustments. You can change your friend or your enemy. We are in a season of change. This is your first school?
Shifting the
Yes. Yes, I'm so
welcome.
happy because, you know, these are the future of tomorrow.
Yes.
And agriculture is the future of this country. So we have to connect the future of tomorrow with the future business of this country. They have to gel now. We have to connect now.
Yes.
So
And I'm just saying that teachers plant seeds that grow forever.
forever.
The words here: plant, seeds, grow forever.
Isn't that planet? So
It goes
because
with everything that we're trying
it
to do.
goes with everything that, because generally psychologists will tell you that if you want to have something that is rooted, train up a child in the way it should go.
And when it grows old, it won't depart from it.
Isn't that something like what we're talking now?
Yes.
Talking
Yes.
to the future leaders.
Yes.
And once we plant the seed of farming,
Yes.
how would you liken that in farm terms?
You know, now we have to implant in their head that farming is a lucrative business, that it's a business of pride, so they can grow up with that mentality and even start from now, no matter how small, from their backyard, even in this school should have a farm.
And it does have a farm. I'm going to show you the farm.
Oh, great, fantastic.
We're going to have the farm. But you would have already met Princess Moradion, and it's amazing. There are some professions that we don't associate farmers with. Your grandfather was a farmer.
My grandfather, the king, was a billionaire in his time. And yes, he was a great farmer that exported a lot of things from our kingdom, Remo Kingdom in Nigeria, to the rest of the world. He was a big cocoa farmer, rubber. He had a rubber plantation. He had chili pepper that he also shipped out, and many other things. So he not only fed his kingdom and created jobs for the local people, but he also exported out of the country back in that time. And where there's a place in Nigeria that's called the Redeemed Christian Church. That was my grandfather's entire space.
Wow.
Was my grandfather's farm back in the days.
That is wonderful. So let's go and meet some of our future leaders and those people who are interested in farming. As a matter of fact, as I just said, there is a farm here. So we are going
Fantastic.
to introduce you to them.
Fantastic.
How are you all? Yes, this is a
Nigerian Yoruba princess.
Yes.
Yes.
Isn't that something? Well, let her
And I
introduce
bless you. I bless each and every one of you.
So when she touches you, you do like this. Yes. Yes, you got it.
Yes. And explain to them what you just did.
This is a royal, it's like a scepter. So this is my own royal scepter, my staff of office, which was passed on to me by my dad, my late dad. And in Nigeria, maybe some other parts of Africa, because I'm sure you know Africa is a continent, not a country, and it has over 54 countries, including Madagascar. So Nigeria is one of the countries in West Africa, and Nigeria is one of the countries your ancestors came from. So we're connected somehow.
So when you touch them with that, what does it mean?
This is, it shows authority. So authority also includes the ability to speak prophetic words in the lives of people and bless. So basically that's what I've just done. That you'll be great, you'll be awesome, and you'll be amazing leaders, and you will impact not only your generation, not only your nation, but the world.
Amen.
And never forget that.
And what does this day mean to you to have a princess bless you? Give us your name and say hello to the Bahamas.
My name is Sephora, and hi.
Yes. And what is your name? Telvania. What's your last name, though? It's okay. Let them have their moments. You know, they're really excited. You're not going to be... You're excited?
Yes,
Yes, and what's your name?
Crystal Mason.
Mason?
Baston.
Baston. Crispy Baston. What does this day mean to you to meet an African princess?
A lot. It means a lot.
Yeah, that is wonderful. I'll tell you, our other guest here, and how are you? That's the principal? Yes, okay, we come in. We come into the principal, and I'll tell you now, she is a farmer, and she has big estates. Say hello to Dr. Muji Davids.
Farmer Muji Davids, hi, how are you? The millionaire farmer.
One day you are become the millionaires. Yes, she's a multi-millionaire and doing farming.
From farming.
Yes.
Isn't that exciting? Okay, let's go and meet your principal. Yes. How are you? Miss Seymour? Miss Seymour, you look so elegant. This is the principal, the African princess. This is Her Royal Highness. Let me allow her to introduce you. And this is our wonderful principal. Yes.
And you're from
Nigeria, yes.
Okay, I've traveled Africa.
Oh, I can see that.
This is a fake one.
No, it's just the style.
But yeah, I did Senegal extensively.
Oh, Senegal.
Gambia, Timbuktu.
Is that it?
Ghana, yeah.
Yes, you have to go to Nigeria.
Well, now you have to come to Nigeria. Nigeria now. Senegal.
But Nigeria was so much uproar during the time that I was traveling Africa, Nigeria and Sierra Leone. So
that was like many years ago.
Yes.
Okay. Because I'd taken them and the Prime Minister's wife.
1990, I was in Africa from 1994 to 1999.
Ooh, you lived there for 5 years.
Every summer for 1 month.
To Gambia.
And
Senegal.
I just went to different places.
Wonderful.
But Senegal was the hub because I am a Dinka tribe.
You look like one of the Mandinka.
Yeah, no matter where I go in the world, people always say I'm Senegalese.
Yeah. You look like the Mandinka tribe. We call them the griots, the storytellers. They're the storytellers.
Well, I'm going to tell you, we have a royal in business. She's a multi-millionaire, and she's a farmer, but she has these huge resorts.
From Africa, sir?
Yes.
Oh, Nigeria.
Yes. One of Nigeria's millionaire farmers.
Senegal. Senegal used to be the fashion for Nigeria, now for Africa, now Nigeria.
Nigeria has always been.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, y'all have taken it to another level. Yes.
But you are farming. We understand that you have a farm here.
Yes, we do. I'll walk you to the back, to the farm. We just give you organic eggs and produce. We had our opening on Monday of our Teachers Resource Room. And we give our guests, instead of giving them a acrylic plaque or a certificate, we give them something that is more practical. So they got vegetables from the farm.
Yes, please.
And organic eggs.
Fantastic.
Yes. That's royally endorsed.
Yes.
Because H.O. Nash is in the next month, we are going to open our own farmers market.
Great.
Here at the school, and then our family consumer department, which once used to be home ec, remember, in the schools, they're now making jams. So guava jam and different types of jam now that we're making. Yeah.
That is good to know.
What is your responsibility? That's beautiful.
So the farm actually has strawberries, so we'll be able to make strawberry jams. As well.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So let me walk you out to the back.
But just before you go, what is your response to their vision and their achievement?
Yes, they are already on track.
They're in it. On it.
They're already on track. We just have to make it bigger.
And with it.
Yes.
You're on track. Let's go. They'll be guided by you. Which way are we going? This way. All righty. Wonderful.
So this is H.O. Nash, the Lions Country. You know, we have the best results in the junior school in the Bahamas with the most A's.
Is that right?
Yes.
What is your secret to maintaining such a high grade point average?
It's the dedication of the teachers, you know. The teachers here at H.O. Nash are very dedicated. And they are consistent. I think that's the key, being consistent with whatever you want to accomplish. And H.O. Nash has dedicated and consistency, and it's paying off.
Congratulations. We are proud of you. The Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting said a model school is H.O. Nash. So that's why we're here. That's your Reading Valley. Oh, that's good. Oh, they use that.
For me, Debbie.
This Debbie, yes.
I used to buy to baby from your mom.
Oh, well.
When the shop was inside on 3 o'clock.
Oh my goodness. She's talking about buying a baby from my mother who had a drugstore in Oaksville Shopping Plaza. Yeah. Yes.
Tomatoes, kale, celery, and the different type of peppers, eh? I think it's like 3 different type of peppers. And then you have beets. So there's a lot inside the farm.
Okay, excellent. Well, it's been quite a walk, and you are clearly in better shape than I am. As I mean, you were walking so in shape. Well, this is a part of what the princess and Dr. Moji wants to do. They want to also incorporate a wellness program. But where are we? Locate us for those of our friends watching.
We are at H.O. Nash Junior High School, the best junior school in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas with a proven fact with the most A's in the Bahamas Junior Certificate of Education. We are at the Agriculture Department at the farm at the very back of the school with our Agriculture Subject Coordinator, Mr. Chicago.
Well, very nice to meet with you. And what is the program that you have that seem to be gaining the enthusiasm of your students?
So we have an agricultural science program that's geared towards grade 7 to grade 9, so 7, 8, and 9. And it is an option, so they choose it. And it is an integrated farm. So we have crops, we do livestock as well. So we have sheep and goat, chickens, ducks. We have a single pig currently, but we are getting back. We had some structural changes we made recently recently, so we're just slowly reintroducing the program, especially dealing with the livestock as well. So
choosing. So do you have students that you literally choose? Is the interest high, medium, low?
It's high. You know, it's very highly subscribed. This is a program that a lot of the students, especially the boys, want to get into. So it is a program that requires and increased emphasis and support from the policymakers.
Well, I am very happy to hear that boys are interested. I want to introduce you to our guests, and this is Her Royal Highness. And introduce yourself, Your Royal Highness.
I'm Her Royal Highness Princess Moradion Adedoyin Sholari. I'm a director for the CEO Network, Bahamas, and also very, very closely attached to Bahamas. I've been coming here for over 35 years. But also I'm very, very happy to be able to bring another dear sister of mine into the Bahamas for the first time because of what she has to share and to contribute to the growth and development of Bahamas in the area of agriculture. Dr. Muji Davis, who is the MD, Managing Director of Extra Large Farms. And the emphasis is on the word extra large, extra. They have 16 farms, large farms, 14 across Nigeria, one in one of our neighboring countries, that's the Republic of Benin, the other one in the other neighboring country, the Cameroon Republic. And one of the 14, so 16 in all, one of the farms in Nigerian space is actually a farm and resort. So she'll tell us more about what she wants to bring on board. I've been there. I know what it is that they've done, what they're doing, and she's ready to help us here in the Bahamas. The Bahamas is my adopted country, so I use the word us to make sure that the template that they have used that has worked for the Nigerian space, because we have similar climate, similar soil.
Very similar.
You know, we also look like one of my cousins. I told you look like one of.
I always felt that. When I was in Africa, I saw so many people that looked just like persons here in the Bahamas.
Because we share a common DNA. I think 80% of Bahamians are from Yoruba descent, you know, from West Africa, from Nigeria. So Dr. Moji will be very, very happy to share with us what she has brought here. And farmers, that is a farmer. Sometimes when we think of farming or farmers, we think of the straw hat, you know, dirty. But this is the typical farmer of today, of 21st century. Please, Dr. Moji.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you. And congratulations. I love what I'm seeing here. It's part of what we came to just sensitize our people here in the Bahamas, reawaken their interest into agriculture, show them the way to wealth, transgenerational wealth creation in agriculture, value addition to agric, which brings a lot of money, and then the impact of healthy farming to the wellness of the people, and then to the commonwealth of the Bahamas, how we can have a commonwealth indeed from our soil. And I'm so excited. You've already kickstarted something. This is great. I tell you, this is massive, and we just need to get a lot more people more into, you know, to be more interested, so we can have the revolution indeed. Imagine H.O. Nash has this, and we can do more. And imagine every school in the Bahamas has a farm, and every home a garden, and every estate or community a farm, and every organization a farm. What do you think? It will reduce our food import bill drastically, so we can retain that wealth, you know, here in the country, and get that wealth that was going out into the hands of our people right within here, and of course get us healthier as we have access to fresh food.
That's it. So, Mr. Cargo, what is your response to this kind of help? What is it that we need to go to the next level, like Dr. Moji just explained?
No, I'm definitely excited to hear any potential progress or help that we could use in the school system. It's very, very important for us to start early and showing the students, like you said, mention that there's the technology side, agriculture, that is profitable, that there's a future in it. And I think that's something that is extremely, extremely important important that it's not just theory, but it's something they can practically see, and also see a business side of it where they can potentially go into it after they finish school. So very excited for what you guys have to offer.
Well, speak to the business side of it, because I don't think we've had the exposure in the Bahamas at the level of wealth. We're going to leave you some video, because I assure you, you have not seen anything in the Caribbean, the vast wealth and display of wealth on a farm like Dr. Muji.
Extra large farm.
Extra large farm. It's really extra large. Speak to that.
Yes, so the problem is people approach agriculture as a passion, and most times it's subsistent, but we're saying no. It's a passion, but it's a business. So when you approach it with a business mindset, then it delivers to your hands. So you don't just grow things so that you can eat and your neighbors can eat. You're growing it with an intention to make money out of it.
That's why we have the farmers market.
So the farmers market, fantastic. And then there's another side of it, value addition for all the produce you're bringing out in case you're not able to sell. What happens? Does it go to waste? How can you add value to it to avoid post-harvest losses and wastages? And then how can you even make this a tourism attraction center where people can actually come in?
Mr. Cargo has already started here at H.O. Nash. As for what we don't sell, whether it's wasted, the Family Consumer Department, which once was the Home Ec Department. So I'll give you an example with the tomatoes. If all of the tomatoes is not sold, they're now making tomato paste. Tomato sauce. So we're on our way there to your big farm.
You've never seen anything like it.
I don't have the experience of Africa. I have the experience of Africa as well. And we just, in fact, Mr. Cargo, we just had this conversation. I had on an African print. Real African, just Chinese. A real African print. And everybody did like the print last Friday. And then yesterday I had on another outfit. And we were talking and he said, we should be able to bring some Africans over to sew. Since we can't find people to sew the clothing that what we really want.
This is the beginning of very great things to come.
And here it is.
You know what
show up.
We are establishing an African village, a Nigerian village here in the Bahamas, where you can visit, you can have the clothing, you can have the food, you can see the people from
headgear,
African relate
and also learn about the culture.
We do have an Afro-Bahamian Association, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Good.
Wonderful. So what do you feel about an exchange program?
I'd be very excited about that. I think there's a lot of good can come from that, and hopefully this is just the beginning.
Yes.
Absolutely. And we're building a community. I really like the idea of young farmers being involved.
Yeah, I think that's the emphasis. I think allowing them the space to grow and vocalize and be able to see what other people are doing out there in the world and really expand their horizons, because, growing up here, it's a small country and agriculture is small. Sometimes we forget to dream a lot bigger. So we're seeing like a space like extra large farms. I think that, especially in the tourism space, how they are capitalizing about the agriculture and tourism. I think that, there's some great opportunities there. So I'm very excited about that.
So I'll get your WhatsApp number,
No problem.
you some photos, videos.
Okay, no problem.
I'll get you motivated.
All right, so it sounds like we have an exchange program going, and we're going to try to do that probably in the third quarter, probably October or fourth quarter, maybe October. So you have to keep watching this space, as they say. Great things are happening. Extra large things are happening.
Yes.
You can now stay in tune with all things social services on any one of our social media platforms: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Also, missed any of our Taking Social Services to the People programs? No worries. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Bahamas Heartbeat, to watch all of our programs and special content. Social Services is the heartbeat of the nation, taking our clients from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment.
This was our fruit, hog plum.
Really?
Yes.
It was very sweet.
Oh, delicious. Delicious. Natural. That's why we were so strong. We didn't need all those.
It was all
synthetic.
organic, yes.
Yes.
Straight from the soil.
Yes.
As God intended it.
As God intended it, right.
These are lemon tree and soursop trees over there.
Soursop. That's something we just
And this is a bigger soursop tree in front of here. One of the these are cassava. Cassava is coming up.
Cassava? Yes.
Cassava, they're coming up now.
Yeah, I can see it.
We have some corn coming up. We have beans. We have pumpkin. We have potato.
Oh yeah, eat from the ground, see?
This is the soursop tree. So we got the blossom. There's some okra here. There's okra coming up. Peas. And in here, in the greenhouse, we have tomatoes. We have cabbage. Tomatoes. We have cabbage. We have sweet pepper. We have pepper. And they just in rows. Yeah, these sweet pepper, and these are pepper. And over here we have some beets and some more tomatoes coming. So we hasn't completed the greenhouses yet to take the big sun off everything. So until we get that, we have some more bananas. Sorry, I have to keep you walking about. Take your time. These that are bigger than those ones. They were down before. And this is a sapodilly tree. This is a hog plum tree. So bananas. These
it's like these can be some plum tomatoes too.
Yeah. We're soon getting ready to put a stick with them so that they could stand up on their own. We got beets. The beets are looking very good. So, yeah, they're very healthy. And
my grandfather was from Cat Island, but from Long Island, she had her own field, because most Bahamians, they would have their field, but they grow their own crops and stuff. So that's a part of our culture.
Same. So that's probably something you brought from the ancestors, because it's the same.
Yeah. During the summer, as kids, we go back to the family islands where our grandparents live, and then you play
and you have fun and eat from the soil
from the ground, because they have the out island stove. Cook outside. So everything she would dig up and she would cook with the big iron pot. Yeah, that's just island life,
And the best life.
Yes.
Everything organic from soil to pot to table.
Like you were saying, when you eat from the ground, it's so much tastier and healthier. You know, about like chemical and
laboratory processed food.
Yeah. So I was just saying to her, out here reminds me like when we were small, because just like he's from Cat Island, my grandmother was from Long Island, and then what we would do in the summer, she had a field. So farming go hand in hand with Bahamians, because most of the kids, they grow up in Nassau, but when you see school closed for the summer, we go to the family island and, play in our grandparents' field and just eat from the ground and go in the sea and just, just free. And enjoy all those, during the time, a lot of mangoes, you have avocados and things like that. So when I come out here, it's nostalgic of, when I was a kid.
Just tell us it, because we'd love our people back home to know who you are and the name of your farm?
So I am Miss Nabi, Nicole Nabi, and my farm is named after my father. I usually refer to it as Papa Joe's.
Okay.
My father is Gordon Miller, but his dad was Pa Joe, so I call it Papa Joe's farm.
Papa Joe's farm.
Yes,
Wonderful.
yes.
It's called Papa Joe's.
Yeah, Papa Joe's farm. Yeah.
What kind of produce do you have?
Well, I have
Because
scaled.
we've seen so many.
Yes, so I've scaled up with a lot of the coconut and the cane, and I have fruit trees like mangoes, guava. I have also avocado, breadfruit, and then I like to grow a lot of vegetables like eggplants, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, and we like roast corn. And plantain. Plantain is a big item.
Bananas.
And
also, did you say okra?
Yes, and Benji's known my father from many years, and like he just reminded me, because we also have a lot of hurricanes. And we used to have a lot of peach trees because he teased me, but you just glad coming out. I say, no. I say, when I was small, I used to come in and pick peas with my mommy because in the Christmas, famous like to do peas and rice and stuff, and they like them the green peas and stuff. So I used to come out. So because of the weather, I noticed that a lot of the farms in this area, a lot of the farmers, they grow a lot of coconut trees and stuff because, it could withstand the hurricane and all that.
And the weather, okay.
So I get to experiment with a lot of those type of crops because then you benefit from it year round. So and a lot of people are introducing now.
Yes.
So I'm leaning more towards the coconut as a crop.
And that also goes very much in line with healthy living.
Yes.
Healthy lifestyle.
Yes.
Putting what is healthy
good for the
into
gut.
one's body.
Yes, it's good for the gut. Oh, and this is my husband.
I can add on to what the wife is saying. What are you saying? What we have down here in Benji, we're trying to do a food security. Right now, it's so important that the Bahamas grows the stuff here. You could grow here, import, export. Instead of things coming in, we could grow here, sell it to the stores, sell it to the hotels, sell it to the food stores. Like for instance, there's a lot of cane we have down there. We're just talking about getting a machine, doing cane juice, boil them up, products like bananas and all the stuff. We can package them up, sell them to the, to the food stores and the big operations.
And then they also have guests that come out here because we have a lot of, if you notice with the trees, why it's so bushy, there's a bird watch out here. So if you look at in the evenings when it starts to get cool, if you stand on the side, you see the birds start coming out.
Yes,
and so you have a society that comes out on Saturday mornings.
Bird watchers?
Bird watchers, yes.
Yes.
So the game plan is that when we develop this, we're going to have a section that we can't disturb the birds, so it have to be a place that they, and then we just open up like a booth, like something, that the guests come by and, very carefully and just let them,
like a sanctuary,
they can take the pictures and they can do things, they create.
What you're doing like that, it's called
agri-tourism.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Agriculture and tourism.
Yes.
It gives you more revenue as a farmer because you're still making money from your crops, from farm activities, and now you're also making money from
tourism.
guests and tourists visiting.
Exactly, yes.
So it's a value added. Yeah.
And so the plan is maybe down. I'm a restaurant man. I do a restaurant, so the game plan is put in the restaurant here, and open it up for the tourist attraction.
Yes.
We take it from the ground and we cooking it. Instead, everything coming from the ground. The chef that we take it fresh from the ground, makes the food excellent and exotic.
Amazing.
Fantastic. Congratulations, well done. We are so proud of you.
Thank you.
And we are happy to partner with you on this journey.
Thank you.
As we start a massive revolution in the Bahamas and by extension to other parts of the Caribbean, the CARICOM nations, where agriculture becomes really sustainable, really profitable, and something we can transfer to the next generation. Because if the young ones don't see it as profitable and sustainable, they won't want to go into it. So that's what we're doing, and most importantly, also to help our people be healthier. as they eat fresh from the foods, not canned, not chemically preserved, So it's a win-win situation for everyone. We make you healthier, we make you have access to fresh food, we create more jobs for the young ones. The country is wealthier.
Yes.
Everybody's happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Thank you so much.
And
You
that-
said 100%.
Did you say 100%?
That's our slogan.
That's our slogan. So we say extra large farms,
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
That's what we say. 100%.
We in Nigeria, we've built fantastic hotels
inside the farm.
Wow.
So yes, she has
Millions
a
of
resort.
people come there.
A resort. So it's a farm and resort.
And resorts.
Yes.
And you see, if you look over there, that's the National Trust.
Yes.
And that's the park.
I was telling you, I said I recognize this.
It is an
National Trust,
attraction.
yes.
Attraction,
For people. And the tour trail from the cruises.
Exactly.
They come here.
And
So
they're very supportive of us.
So when they finish this, they're gonna have some
A welcome
center, and then you have to bust this off.
market.
Persons coming in, and then when I stick my restaurant in a corner there and they're hungry,
we say
they come in.
it's from the soil,
Come from the soil
to the kitchen, to your table, to your plate.
100%.
The public and private sectors of the Bahamas are increasingly equipping themselves to tap into the massive local and global growth opportunity in agribusiness and agritourism. Extra-large farms and resorts is the largest conglomerate in Africa. Africa's food market alone is projected to reach $1 trillion by 2030. Their partnership in the Bahamas positions us to significantly improve our health and wealth. This is taking social services to the people, taking us from dependency, self-sufficiency, to economic empowerment. Good night.
This has been a production of the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, the heartbeat of the nation, where we move our clients from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment.
At the House of Assembly, I'm Makush Lapinder. This is ZNS.